61 over the Rice Owls, and we're privileged to welcome in the head basketball coach for the Lobo men, Paul Weir. Coach Weir, congratulations on your season-opening victory. And, boy, you said to us that you were going to try to get it inside. Rice is a smaller team, and you guys owned the paint. Was that the thing that stood out most for you?
Yeah, that was that's the idea, not only for this game, but our team, especially just the first game. You don't know how well you're going to shoot it, the timing of just crispness and execution really at both ends of the floor. But we thought if we just played really hard, made sure our effort was better, our physicality was better, and we just owned the paint area, that it would give us our best chance to win. And that really is going to be the recipe for our team this season. But for this game, I think even more so in particular.
Coach, this is Hunter here. Congratulations. You got your first win. Overall, were you pleased with the effort?
I was. I think we kind of stat different things. We stat deflections, we stat offensive rebounds, and those are ones we went into the game. We wanted to be plus 10 on the offensive glass. We ended up just short of that. I think we were plus 9, and we're aiming for 40 deflections, and we had 43. So usually those are good indicators that you're playing hard. Playing smart is kind of the next step for us, and we turned it over a little bit more than we would have wanted. And I think if we can kind of get better ball control and play smart and keep this effort and intensity, then we have a chance to be a pretty good basketball team.
Coach, you know, McQuatch, your senior there, led you in scores, led you in rebounds, and that's kind of to be expected. Were there any surprises? Was there any other players, any of the newbies that stood out for you?
Yeah, I think for a lot, you know, we talked at halftime. I think McQuatch in the first half looked like the game was natural to him. You know, and I told the guys at halftime, I mean, the way McQuatch was going to the glass offensively, the way he was attacking, he wasn't taken in by the moment. And I think we have a lot of guys, it was their first college game, and it was like, right, guys, you know what? Just go play like McQuatch. He's just playing. He's not worried about anything other than that. Go out, play hard, go to the glass, block people out, move the basketball, play the right way, and the rest will fall into place. Don't stop thinking that this is your first game or how you might look or whatever those things are, and just go play. And I thought as the game went on, you could see more of those guys kind of emerging and getting better. So that was encouraging. As far as other guys, you know, Rod Brown is a very big piece to our team, particularly just from a mentality and a culture standpoint. He's such a hard-working player. He had foul trouble in the first half. We sat him with 2 to kind of get through it. And I think, you know, as the game wore on in that second half, having those extra legs was good. And, you know, he kind of found his footing as well. So, you know, McQuatch and Rod definitely were solid and looked like they were confident and comfortable out there.
Paul, a message to relay to you. Lobo head football coach Danny Gonzalez just sent a quick message to say congratulations on the win in your opener. He's been listening on the Lobo Sports app. And I know you guys have been aligned since Coach Gonzalez arrived on campus. Nice to hear, congratulations from your cohort.
No, Danny's my guy, man. He's the epitome of what we're about to start going through ourselves, just of battling through adversity and being a tough-minded team. And they've capped off an incredible run as far as just what their teams had to go through. And he's done a tremendous job that we're aspiring to hopefully be able to do as well. Our journey is kind of just starting on the court, but it has been going on here for a little over a month, and we've just got to keep learning and growing. And Danny, thankfully, has been a great resource for me, and hopefully can help guide us through this journey.
A couple of things that you were asked this week by media, and things that will be interesting to see play out over the course of the year. With regard to the first game, you were asked about shooting and where the long-range shooting might come from your team. It was a struggle early, but you did end up making 4 of them. What about that? Were the shots that were taken from the arc, were they good shots? Did you like that?
You know, I think part of the troubling thing was we had 0 free throw attempts at halftime, and, we're trying to get the ball inside, draw fouls, get to the free throw line, and get those guys kind of in a rhythm to where then when they shoot, they've got a good feel for the ball, and hopefully it's going to go in a little bit more. I think early on we probably took some prior to that, prior to getting to the rim, prior to getting to the free throw line, and they weren't going down. I think as the game went on, hopefully our feel and our ability to put them in the hoop got better, but it's still not where we want to be. We've got to find a way to get to the free throw line more, play through contact, and force those officials to make the call as opposed to kind of leaving them up for interpretation and not getting to the line as much as we can. So the three-point shot's going to be important for us. We have some guys we really believe in. I thought we had some pretty good looks at the rim that just didn't go down tonight, and I'm hopeful that it's a first game against live competition and not an issue that we'll have to worry about in the long run.
I believe it was 7 turnovers at half, Coach Weir, and then you finished with 15. You told me that you would piece it together at point behind Jeremiah Francis. We saw a few other guys handle the ball. There were occasional turnovers from the post as well. What about the way that this new group meshed together and how they took care of the ball?
Not great, but not great on the surface as far as where we need to get to. But based on how we've been coming along, we're making some good small steps in that area. You know, these guys, I mean, for Byron Matos to play his first Division I basketball game and Valdir to play his first Division I basketball game, you know, Emmanuel's kind of, you know, got a lot of minutes. It's probably a much bigger role than he had in the past. You know, we're just giving some guys the ball and the opportunity to kind of make decisions and plays. And I'm hopeful that as if they just keep getting better, if every game we can knock, you know, 1 or 2 of those types of turnovers, not necessarily the turnover, but, you know, the dribbling the ball in the paint for the big men and the sloppy passing or the one-hand catch as opposed to two-hand catch. Just all the little details that you coach and you drill every day. And if they can just keep growing in those areas and we can become a better ball control basketball team, I think you can kind of see our recipe. You can see the philosophy by which we want to play this year.
Well, Coach, those turnovers are some of those you can live with. I mean, some of them are effort turnovers, and like you said, the guys have jitters. A lot of these guys are first
and that's
Division I.
That's the exact term I use with them, Hunter. If it's an effort turnover, I'm okay. You know, if you're trying to play hard and you offensive foul a guy, or you're going over the back on a rebound, or you're cut really hard, or whatever it happens to be, you know, we can take those. It's the sloppy ones where you didn't execute something the right way that we just have to improve upon.
Coach Weir, thank you so much. Congratulations on winning your opener. We'll talk to you again on Tuesday for Game 2.
Thanks, guys. How was the game on your
Coach.
end? All good connection-wise and everything?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Everything went smooth as it possibly could. We appreciate you, Coach.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Lobo and Coach Paul Weir, our guest. Lobo's a winner, 72-61 over Rice in the season opener. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID across the UNM Sports Radio Network.